It's the most entertaining, longest reigning YouTube channel in different to your history with your host, the man that runs the show, the man that everybody knows, the man that's right here in the flesh, the man that is the very best. Turn up his sound because it's about to go down right here, right now. It's Champion. And you guys already know it's about to go down. I'm pretty excited to make this video today because I got some jaw dropping, eye popping, heart stopping, mind bopping. Actually, let me fall back a little bit because y'all going to be talking about my rap skills rather than the actual update that actually happened yesterday. Yeah, I said it. AdminPwn actually updated different tier. Fortunately, it wasn't an inner city update. I mean, I'm sure we all expected that. I mean, it's not going to update the inner city for a while, but it did do a couple game-changing updates yesterday, along with promoting a couple new global moderators a couple days before that. So we got a couple things I can actually talk to you guys about. I mean, my previous videos, it was just like me playing on Baby Champion or just me doing a weapon review. And sadly, the weapon reviews are. I'll get to that in a little bit. But after that, I plan on doing a loot trip once I'm done going over everything for you guys because it is the looting event as well. So we got a lot to get done today. And I'm just gonna just dive right into it for you guys. So first things first, here's the mini update. July 12th, 2019. He did three things. He did the storage slot costs that they're capped at 500k for 5 as the price was getting too expensive beyond a certain point. I mean, it's kind of tough for people like me who already paid for all the storage slot costs, and now turns out he's lowering down the price by a lot. And I think it was like, I didn't do the math for this, but I know for me I paid a total of 80 million. Like that's what it was before. I think it was 80 million, so that's a lot for just storage slots. So I actually understand why he actually reduced the price significantly. So I mean, I'm happy that he did that, but this is long overdue. Like I feel like all these updates that he did, well, I'll get into the last one, but the first two updates he should have done a long time ago. The third one was just kind of random. I guess I'll talk about it. The AK-47 and X-AK-47 have both had their strength requirement lowered to 50. I mean, that was just kind of random. Like all the updates you could think of, he did that. I mean, I guess I support it. I mean, I can't say I don't support it. I really just don't care about that update. But the main one I want to talk to you guys about, the game changing update, is that all craftable X weapons have received an approximate 5% damage increase, except for the X Grand, which got a 10% increase. So approximately means like it's not like 10%. It could be over, it could be under. The X Grand, it actually got a 12.9% increase. It's either 12.9 or 12.8. So the X Garand is by far like the strongest long shot. I mean, strongest long shot, strongest rifle in the game. I mean, it's better than a long shot. So I am trying to get an X Garand right now. So if you guys are selling any X Garand parts or the X Garand rifle, let me know. Hook me up. I mean, I could really appreciate that. And I'm going to go over all the DPS for you guys. I did like the numbers for you guys, and I got it from the DPS chart. So I'll show this to you guys right now. So here is the DPS of each of the weapons, whether it's the X weapons, whether it's the X Dust. I'm going to go over the DPS really quickly for you guys. So the X Dust mag is slightly better than the X AK-47 in terms of DPS. I mean, I would say the X Dust mag, due to the range, I would still recommend it over the X AK-47 PvP. Out in the inner city, I'm just going to say they practically do the same thing. I mean, the X AK-47 does do more crit damage by almost 40, so by a decent amount. I mean, nah, almost 30, I should say. So it does still do a decent amount. But the X Python is slightly better than the X Dust Enforcer with the DPS. However, the X Dust Enforcer has a limited ammo. I mean, the thing is, with these weapons, like the X weapons got an update, but the X Dust shop, like getting it is still a big thing. Like the X Dust Enforcer, I would rather have, along with like the X Dust Reactive. There is no X armor, so the X Dust Reactive is useful. The X Dust Implant, so the X Dust shop is still worth unlocking. However, the long shot isn't better than the X Garand. So I think that's like a really just like the biggest game changer right there, because a lot of people are going to buy X Garands. It's really, a lot of people have rifles, use rifles in this game, and that includes myself as well. I plan on getting the X Garand. I'm trying to collect the parts, but the X Garand is 87 DPS compared to the long shot, which has 77, and has better crit as well by like 42. So the X Garand, I mean, I can't wait to get my hands on that. I'm gonna just do my best to collect the parts, or maybe just buy the weapon as a whole. I'm currently collecting the parts. I'm like halfway there. So if you guys got anything you want to sell me in terms of parts and maybe the X Garand rifle, let me know. Hit me up. Anyways, the X Dust launcher, in terms of DPS, is slightly less than the Boomer PX and the X-M79. The X-M79 is very similar to the Boomer PX. I haven't done my full research, but they're literally like the same grenade launcher, not just DPS, but they also shoot 1 shot per second. So I would say the Boomer and the X-M79, I really don't know any differences between the two grenade launchers. So I mean, the X-M79 is practically a Boomer, but the X-Dust Striker is the least powerful shotgun out of the 3. The X-Manberg actually has the highest DPS of 246.38, so that's pretty crazy. I still plan on making that video for you guys, so I might do that during my next video despite all this happening. But the X-Dust SMG, it has 173.14 DPS, but the XMP5, I consider like the XMP5 like a really good submachine gun because it's really cheap on ammo, and on top of that, with this buff, like, it's definitely the most powerful SMG by far. I still like the X-Dust SMG in the arena though, so keep that in mind for those that PvP. But the X-Hammer is slightly better than the X-Dust Razor, so there you go. But I'm gonna give you guys like the positives, the negatives with like all this, and then after that I'm going to talk a little bit about the new global moderators. But some positives is that AdminPwn, man, he finally updated that frontier. It took him long enough. I think it was like 4 months since his last update. So the fact that he actually updated that frontier, I mean, I don't even care what the update is. As long as he's updating the game, I think that's something we all can be happy about. Another positive is that X weapons, blueprints, the parts, everything just spiked up in the marketplace a lot. So now it's your chance to go out in the inner city, loot these parts, loot these blueprints, and if you do, you can make a lot of money selling them in the marketplace. So this definitely makes the game a little less pay to win, but the game is still pay to win as it is, as you guys know already. But just make it less tad bit pay to win. I guess that's a positive as well. But the last positive I have for you guys is for those that can't achieve X-Dust, this is a great alternative. I mean, I told you guys before when this update got released with the when X weapons first came out, but now with this buff, I feel like this definitely makes like these weapons much more worth than getting X-Dust or worrying about obtaining X-Dust, seeing that most of these X weapons are actually better than X-Dust. And the negatives, I got 3 negatives as well. 2 is about the X weapons, but the last one is a personal one for me. So the whole marketplace is a mess. People bought out the X weapons parts and blueprints. I mean, this is how I found it. I clicked on forums. There's probably even the top thread right now. No, it's not. So I just clicked on announcements, but I saw the date here. And I don't know if you guys know that some people like to change the title when they make their posts. I thought this was like a troll. I didn't even think this was real. But as soon as I saw this, like, my jaw dropped. I couldn't believe what I was reading. I was like, oh my goodness, he actually updated the game. So I looked at the timestamp. I was like, oh man, I woke up 2 hours late after he made this thread. So I went on Marketplace. I saw everything was bought out. And I was like, son of a... And you guys already knew the rest. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, no. I was like, man, everything spiked up. I can't get my hands on everything or anything. So it was really, I mean, I'm sure you guys had that experience as well. That's like really the main downside of these X weapons getting a buff. But another one is, well, I would say this is the main downside. The biggest thing that I have a problem with all this, is that the X weapons got released on March 8th. I told you guys earlier, like, this was long overdue. Like, if you're gonna fix the X weapons or any type of weapons in the game, don't do it 4 months after you release it. You should have done it as soon as it was released, or literally don't do it at all. Like, I don't know the deadline, maybe like do it within like a couple weeks after the release. But the fact he waited 4 months, this just like messes up the whole entire marketplace. On top of that, like people that have the current LE weapons, such as the long shot, boom, or whatever, I mean, they get screwed over because they're gonna have to sell their weapons now. Because why would I want a long shot if an X is better than a long shot? So I mean, the fact he waited 4 months to do this, like I said, it was just long overdue. He should have done this a while ago. I wish he was active, but I guess it's better late than never. However, I do feel like X does, like part of me feels like X does should be the most powerful weapons in the game because he had to earn that stuff. It's very difficult to earn, and I don't want to see X does get a buff though because it's just going to mess up the marketplace again. You guys know what I'm saying? It's like a never-ending cycle. So I don't know what I really want him to do with that. But I guess this is fine the way it is. But the last thing, the last negative, the personal one, is that the X weapons videos, like all the videos that I made regarding the X weapons, like I'm sorry guys, I mean I can't predict the future, but they're all useless. I mean they're all I don't know what else to say, man. It's tough because I spent hours among hours on making the videos. I spent a long time trying to get a hold of the people, communicating with the people that have the X weapons for me to borrow, whether it's the X weapons, the LE weapons. But it was really tough when this came out because I knew all my videos weren't going to be any use for you guys. But let me know. I got like a big question for you guys, which is, do you guys want me to review all the X weapons all over again? I do plan on doing the Manberg because like I told you guys, I haven't done that one yet. But should I actually take the time to redo all the X weapon videos? I mean, I'm not even sure. I mean, I guess it would definitely give me something to make a lot of videos on. So I don't know. Just let me know what you guys think about that. But I'm going to talk about the global moderators for you guys. So we got two new global moderators, Barney HD, Silent Killer 1454. This happened a couple days ago, and this to me was actually long overdue as well because we needed global moderators in this game. And I'll show you guys my support ticket, part of my response, because I actually suggested that he should be making some of the forum moderators, global moderators, believe it or not. But this was long overdue because AdminPwn and Zaylith, I think all of us already know that both of them can't run this game together in terms of watching over the community, watching over the cheating, the scamming. Like, there's no way that they're going to be able to keep track of it all. They're only two people, and on top of that, they're very inactive. They've just been slacking as a whole, so they need a couple people to step up, have more power, and actually make their jobs a little bit easier, which is Barney HD and Silent Killer 1454, like I said. But here's my support ticket, part of it for you guys. Um, I'll just read it out loud for you guys. Part of the stuff that I highlighted in box. I'm gonna just do it real quick because I really want to loot during this event. But I said during the first paragraph, you eventually went completely inactive, US and AdminPwn. I said you turned off everyone and everything. You promoted people to forum moderators, but for what purpose? They can't make a difference nor really even have a say in anything. In all honesty, they are just 5 green stars at the end of the day. A lot of rule breaking still takes place. Many people exploiting, many people cheating, many people black marketing, many people scamming, and the list goes on and on. So many issues in this game, but you decide to leave all that to you and Ian, which clearly isn't working. Here's something I highlighted with the minor updates. I said on top of that, you haven't been doing any minor updates. I also said something a couple paragraphs above, but I didn't take a screenshot of that, but I talk a little bit more about the minor updates there, telling them like, you did a good job with it. I don't understand why you took it off, but or stopped doing it. But anyways, the last paragraph I boxed in was, all we are asking is for you to make a difference, not just in terms of updating different tier, but community wise as well. We literally have no community administrator, and I feel you should start making global moderators. Oh man, I don't get along with the forum moderators, but you obviously chose them for a reason. If you truly believe in them, you will promote them so they can be given the opportunity to actually make a difference in this community. So I said a lot of big points. Also the stuff that I really didn't highlight box. I definitely said like we need more support ticket administration as well. I really hope they do that. I still stand by that because there's no way Zaylith one man can actually reply to the overwhelming amount of support tickets he gets. And I know AdminPwn Dad, he replies to the support tickets as well, but I don't think he's been doing that recently. But to sum all this up, like the first paragraph, like the forum moderators, I feel like they just don't have any power besides moderating the forums. That's it. I feel like they can't like really make a difference in this game, make that much of an impact. And the main reason why I want a global moderators, well, everybody can agree on this. We need a global moderators. It's long overdue. I told you guys that earlier. The admin is they can't just do this all by themselves. And the point where I said, oh man, I don't get along with the forum moderators, like one moderator, global moderator right now in specific, I'm not going to say the name, specifically doesn't like me at all. But at the same time, I do my best to look at what's best for the community, and I knew like seeing those guys as global moderators would definitely help the community out because they're going to be able to have more power, be able to make more of a difference. And as long as it's beneficial to the community, I'm willing to like have my say, or have a say in it. Even though he didn't listen to my support ticket, like he didn't reply to it, but he followed through with it, which is why I wanted to share like part of this with you guys, because I did talk about the minor updates. I did talk about how these forum moderators need to be global moderators, and the fact that he did all that, it's like we're thinking alike. Me and AdminPwn were actually thinking alike right now. He's listened to me. He might not reply to my support ticket. I don't know if he read this or not, but at least he's going by what I told him so far. I mean, I did say some other things, so we'll see what happens down the road. But congratulations to Barney Styling on getting those positions, and hopefully as time goes by, we'll be able to see more of a difference, like the cheaters being eliminated, scamming being reduced, and I guess cheating being reduced as well. We can't say we can eliminate the cheating, but just reduce it as much as possible, because there's a lot of it going around. But that's it. That's all I want to talk to you guys about. With the looting, I do plan on looting the hospital for you guys. Well, I was, but here's what I'm gonna do. I was thinking about doing one hospital loot trip, but this is just gonna make it a long video. So how about this? I'm going to loot maybe a couple hospitals for you guys, maybe 3, depending on how good my loot is. And I'm just gonna cut out like most of the parts, but I'm going to leave like the good parts. Like every time I loot something good, I'll include that in the video. Like I'm not going to like loot a whiskey or a truffle or like a Nero, something plain, and just put it on the video for you guys. You guys want to see the good loots, the weapons, the armors, something exciting. So that's what I'm gonna do for you guys, and after that I'm gonna just cap off the video. But a lot of stuff that I talked about, let me know what you think, and let's just get to the loot. I'm excited to do it. I don't even know what to say at this point, so let's get it. So right now I'm at North DC, 5 up, 1 right. 2 things I want to talk about really quickly. I know you guys are going to like the first thing I'm going to talk about, but the first thing, giveaway, type the number 5 in your IGN or ID, and you'll be able to participate in the giveaway for this video. I wasn't going to let you guys type a number, but I want to see the real ones out there that are actually watching a 20 to 30 minute video, however long this video is going to be, and actually catching what I'm saying and typing the number 5. So type the number 5 and you'll be able to qualify, and like I said, include your username as well. And the second thing I want to talk about is my inventory. I want to show you guys my inventory really quickly for you guys. I also got the boss map off, so you guys saw that really quickly there. But I want to talk to you guys about what's in my inventory. I usually carry 2 armors. I got 2 vengeance guards, so it's easy for me to actually like not have to carry an extra armor. And I got a couple of Neros, a couple whiskeys, and that's really just all I need when it comes to looting. And I don't need to carry K's or anything like that, because I'm at North DC. It's literally right next to bunker. But here we go, let's get to it. Let's see what I loot during this video. It's crazy, man. We're almost done the first floor and I haven't looted a weapon or an armor, but there you go. First weapon, CK97B. It isn't much, but I'll take it. It is a 400% weapon and armor loot chance, so I'm expecting a lot more weapons and armors to come. And a walkie back to back, so there we go. It's starting to kick in now a little bit. See if I can get something here. Come on, finally a melee weapon, grinder. It took like 20 minutes to finally get another weapon or an armor, but we did it. I'm on the 3rd floor right now. I steal MS-800. There we go. So back-to-back chainsaw. So that's hopefully a start of a hot streak going on. So we'll see what happens. Here we go. This is an easy spot. No aggro around me. 14mm, 878 rounds. Oh, I'm taking that. Easy, easy. I mean, if it's over 600 rounds, yeah, you gotta take it. I mean, that's like over 20k right there. Alright, so 4th floor, first loot, M60. So that's probably my best loot so far during this video. Broken beyond repair. Last loot spot of the first hospital. A katana. So at least we ended the first hospital on a good note. I looted like a total of 5 or 6 weapon or armor combined. Actually, I don't even think I looted armor. Just like 5 weapons and that was it. But I do plan on looting the second hospital for you guys, seeing that I didn't get too much during the first hospital. See what I get. Might as well try the streets, man. You never know. A CK97B, so maybe I get better luck in the streets than the actual hospitals. So I'm currently entering the hospital 6 up, 1 right. The second hospital that I'm going to loot right now. On the 2nd floor. So shout out to Mr. Deadly A689 for letting me know about that aggro spike on the 2nd floor. And I got a sledgehammer. So I got 14 inventory slots remaining. Nothing too big, but you know, it's all adding up at the end of the day. Broken beyond repair. And no aggros around me at the moment. This should be easy loot. Oh, there we go, baby! This is what we came here for! X-M79 blueprints. Let's go, everybody. Let's go! I'm a straight up dog up in here, man. I wish it was the X-Garand, but it doesn't matter because I already bought the blueprint. But that doesn't matter. XM79 blueprints. On my second hospital. I said during the very beginning, I told you guys I cut it out, but like I said, I had an awful start during the first hospital. Everything wasn't clicking, but you know, eventually something good was going to come about, and there you go. Just to loot that live on video, oh, I'm hyped. I don't even know what they go for, but they obviously go for a lot. I'm happy right now. Oh, man. I'm about to just conclude the video. I'm going to even cap it off. I mean, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not recording this now. I'm going back to the market. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to do the rest of this video for you guys. See what I get off of this. 14mm over a full box. I guess I'll click yes to that. I mean, it is a full box. It's probably worth over 20k. I don't even know how much 14mm goes for. I mean, it's going to go pretty cheap, I guess. Got a leaper. Alright, so I got no... It's all on the outside, so this is easy looting right now. Gray Reactive XT800, but it don't even matter because my day has already been made looting the XM79 blueprints. I'm still in awe with it. Set to the right. You know what? Let me get this back room done first. I'll switch it up a little bit. Let's see what I get here. 641 Mastercrafted Kukri. I'll take that. That's like, what, 17k maybe? Something like that. So that's a pretty decent loot. A katana. That makes 3 katanas, I think. I've been looting a lot of melee weapons during this video. 100 Mastercrafted XM25. So that is my second best loot during this loot trip. Aggro real quick. The last loot of the second hospital. How are we going to cap off this video? Let's end it on a good note. Neurotonin. So there you have it. Looting 2 hospitals. I'm not going to loot the 3rd one because I just want to... I mean, I looted enough already, man. I'm just going to head back in the outpost. I want to see how much these blueprints are worth. Moment of truth. Let's see how much I made during this video. I'm just going to drag these blueprints all the way over here. I do not want to scrap them by mistake. So here we go. 80k XM25, 19.4k for the armor, 14.7 CK97, 40k for the M60, 9.6 for the steel MS800, 22k for the walkie, 14.7 for the CK97B, 20k for the grinder, 20k katana, 12.2k for the sledgehammer, 22k again for the walkie, Mastercrafted Kukri 19.3k, and a katana again, which is 20k, and the grinder, which is 20k. So close to 400k scrap, And I didn't even sell the ammo yet, so that's going to add up as well. Maybe 400 and something K, maybe even 500K. Who knows? Let's check how much the blueprints is worth. A moment of truth right here. So I'm going to just type in X-M79. I should see it. 25 million. Damn! So that was a lot more than I expected the blueprints to be. I did tell you guys about the X weapon buff, so I made bank during this loot trip. The blueprints actually made the whole video, to be honest with you. It goes to show that all of you guys need to go out looting. Anything could happen. You guys just witness it with me, and there's nothing more I can really say during this video. I'm really happy with everything, how everything turned out, obviously. But I'm definitely going to sell this in the market as quick as I can, because they are going to drop in price as as time goes by. The only reason why they're inflated right now is because the update literally just happened yesterday. So I'm going to sell these as quick as I can. But this concludes the video. Wow, I don't even know what to say. I'm very excited right now. I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. My next video will be on the X-Manberg. I'm going to try to make it on the X-Manberg, so we'll see what happens. But, oh yeah, one last thing. Like I said earlier during the video, let me know, should I or should I not remake the X-Weapon videos with this X-Weapon buff? But that's all I have for you guys today. Love y'all. Peace out.